Voila! So today we are talking about card number 24, which says heal your hair. And here we see a young lady who has a lot of damage on her hair. Okay, so the card is a calling in two ways. We always do personal life, then we do the connection with the hair. The personal life is a calling for you to assess where are you not feeling well, whether it is physically, whether it is emotionally, energetically, or spiritually. This is a matter of stopping to pretend. Okay, if you have been pretending, if you wanted to pretend, or you've been pretending for a while, this is time to stop. This is time to actually come back to reality, to face reality, and see exactly what is the state of things. What are the state of things? And the state of things in all aspects, financially, physically. If you are sick, it's time for you to look at where the sickness is and to start doing something about it. Whether it's to go to seek treatment, whether it's with a physician, or with a healer, or with a coach, or to seek alternative or complementative treatments. But it's time for you to look at that issue and take that issue seriously, so that you can actually do something about it. Because you know, the earlier you catch on that issue, the earlier and the faster it is for you to even be able to treat it and to be able to overcome that. But if you keep pretending that it's not there, it's not going to resolve itself. It's not going to go away. You're not going to be able to just shrug something it's hurting your body, or is hurting you, or that your body is telling you that there's an issue for you to address. You're not going to keep just ignoring your body and thinking that it's going to resolve on its own. You actually have to face that, to accept and to see that there's something going on there, that you need to do something about it. And that's the same. If emotionally you're starting to become in a state of despair because your relationship just ended, or you couldn't get the relationship you wanted, or whatever else is going on, it's time to accept the fact. If the relationship ended, it ended. It's time for you to accept that and be able to mourn if you need to mourn, and then focus on yourself to feel better. But you can't just pretend that maybe the relationship ended and you were really, really hurt. You can't just move on and pretend that everything is fine when it's not. You really have to address, and you really have to do that work. And I think that sometimes when we hurt and we are looking at this thing that we see as negative, such as if you have an illness, or if this relationship that ended was really hurtful for you, you may want to go into your comfort zone and just pretend, because everybody's pretending that they have that perfect life, that everything is fine and they can smile and laugh. But now when the circus is over, when you're at home, when you're by yourself, what is the feeling that you are left with? What is the feeling that you have when you know you have this illness and that your body is telling you to do something about it? Or when you're by yourself and then you know that you're missing this person, or you're missing that relationship, and the tears want to come out. Are you going to keep pushing them back? That means now it's up to you to actually sit down and sink into reality. And reality is not there to hurt you. It's not there to demean you and make you suffer. Reality is bringing you certain experiences to you so that you can learn from that and grow. Learn from that and grow. Your body is communicating with you. Sometimes the materialization and manifestation of illness is just because other ways that your body was trying to communicate with you, you were just not paying attention. It was not resonating with you. There may be things that you may need to change in your lifestyle. There may be things that you need to change in terms of what you're thinking about and how you're thinking. There may be things that you need to actually create and manifest so that your body does not produce that inwardly. So there are 1,001 things that may be the causes of that, but the first thing that you need to do is understand and look and accept and stop pretending. Pretending is not going to lead you anywhere but into that greater vicious circle and snowball into something that maybe even be too late to even address. Because the earlier you notice those little signs, and the easier and the faster it is for you to actually address it. So that's the benefit of thinking about things and deciding that you do something about it. And at all of the levels, emotionally, spiritually, energetically, physically, physiologically, and spiritually, of course. Now that we're talking about the hair, and in the card we can see that her hair is clearly damaged. Her hair is clearly damaged and she's looking kind of sad. And obviously for women, hair is a particular thing because part of us feel beautiful with our hair. A lot of women want to have, voluptuous long hair, and it has to do with all of the feminities or the way they perceive their femininity. They perceive that they need to have hair, they need to have certain things. And when they don't have those things, they may feel less than a woman, or they maybe feel less adequate, they maybe feel less than themselves. And this is a matter of you looking and seeing that your hair is damaged and accepting that fact. If you've used product that damaged your hair, whether it is to coloring your hair or to relaxing it or to any other things processing your hair or using certain chemicals or certain natural thing that you're allergic to, because some people are allergic to shea butter or to other nuts and stuff of that nature and cannot use those type of products. And if you do that and you have a reaction or your hair starts falling, just accept that and so that you can take action. If you keep pretending and say, oh, my hair is not falling because I detangle it badly, even though there's a lot of hair falling and shedding, and you're just pretending because you don't want to face the fact that maybe you have alopecia, maybe you have some other negative consequences of certain choices you've made. If you pretend that these were not your choices, that it's just something that you minimalize it, then the problem is not going to go away and it may actually get worse. So sometimes it's just a matter of looking in the mirror, noticing, for example, your hair is falling apart here and there, or your hair is becoming gray, or your hair is doing this and that, and accepting that and working on your own self-worth, self-image, and self-love. Because that's part of who you are. We all at some point are going to lose all of our hair anyways, okay? Some of us will lose them earlier than others. And it's just a matter of how you perceive your own self. It's not a matter of how other people perceive you, because a lot of time, how you perceive your own self is the energy that you send outward. It's the energy that impacts other people when they're looking at you. A lot of that comes into play. And most importantly, what truly and only matters is actually how you perceive your own self. What do you see when you look into the mirror? That is what is most important in the relationship between you and yourself. How you see yourself is what's going to be projected to how people are going to see you ultimately. And this is why you can see people who for you or for certain people will look like a mess, but yet people are really attracted to them. And that has nothing to do with the actual physical appearance. It has to do with the energy that they are exuding to other people, the energy that's around them, the energy that comes from them. And so I think that's just an invitation for you to do the work, to accept reality, to stop living in a fantasy place where you're ignoring all the signs that are pointing to you that there's more work to be done, and that you just lift your I was going to use a French expression, but that you just pull up your sleeve and do the work. And the work is going to be rewarding. The work is going to make your experience here better. Guaranteed. It may not be easy getting to it and doing it, but ultimately it will make your experience here better. So, thinking about card number 24, just a call to heal your hair and heal yourself. Or heal yourself so you can heal your hair. Thank you for having been with me, and I'll see you in the next video.
La 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 la.